Eric Linask here at ITEXPO in Miami, Florida. On today's program with me is Phil Bowers from Grandstream. Phil, good to have you. Great to see you.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, it looks like it's been an exciting year, or was an exciting year, and continues into 2015, just judging from some of the products I saw downstairs on the show floor in your booth.
Absolutely. 2014 was a big year for us. We're really beginning to branch out into a lot of different areas that enable us to be a complete communication solutions provider. So we came out with our UCM 6100 series line of IP PBXs a couple of years ago. For SMBs, last year we came out with a version of that for enterprises that does up to 2,000 users, 200 concurrent calls, our UCM 6510. In addition to that, one of the biggest things for us last year was the Android IP video phones that we came out with. I honestly believe that it is basically the only phone in the world that is a truly open Android phone that allows you to take advantage of the Google Play Store. We've seen a lot of great traction in that, especially with the whole BYOD and everyone's integrating, mobile devices into their telephony and their desktop phones. We've seen a lot of great traction with the Android phones. I guess to keep going on that route, we also relaunched our GXP 2100 series, our core enterprise IP phones. We added color screens, Bluetooth functionality, gigabit to it. And to kind of cap off the year, we launched our NVR, GVR 3550. We play also in the IP video surveillance space as well as the IP telephony space. So this just, simply offers for our surveillance customers a dedicated recording and monitoring solution.
So, first of all, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Great product lineup. It certainly allows you to play in a more competitive market.
Absolutely.
But certainly one of the trends we've seen over the last couple of years is a movement in a lot of cases towards cloud-based voice services.
Sure.
How do you compete against some of the cloud providers?
So the way that we compete against those, and that's a good point, we're on-premise, especially our IP PBXs, and kind of the way we promote it is it's fully customizable, where you don't, with a hosted provider, you want to add anything to your plan, you're going to have to go through the provider. Most likely, if you want to add a line, you're going to have to pay for that. If you want voicemail for that line, you're going to have to pay for that also. Whereas we offer no licensing fees, a complete customizable solution for your on-premise that just simply allows you to be more cost-effective with what you're doing, have complete control of it on your premise, add users much easier, add more features easier than you would get with a hosted platform.
A lot of those tasks that you mentioned, that the IT guy or the IT guy / phone guy / everything else guy, and especially in the SMB market, there's limited staff. People wear a lot of different hats.
Absolutely.
A lot of times don't necessarily want to be tasked or have to take the time to do those moves as changes, manage the phone system, things like that. How do you avoid the complexity of those things?
That's a good question. Is also a lot of we rely on our resellers a lot, and so kind of the way that we pitch this to our resellers is this allows you to put a solution on the premise, and then you can manage it remotely through a web user interface without having to go onto the customer's premise. We have resellers that will, deploy the UCM centrally and have from literally their home office be able to, manage all of those. And we generally see that specifically with SMBs, usually they do go out of house or they use a reseller for the installation of the whole thing. It's kind of good for everybody. It gives the resellers the ability to keep their business flowing, and also for the SMB to have a fully customizable solution that they don't have to deal with themselves.
Sure. Let's talk about the Android phones. You mentioned what you believe is the only phone out there that allows full access to the Play Store. What's the point? What's the benefit of that?
Sure. It's be able to take advantage of there are a lot of great business productivity apps in the Google Play Store. I would say the main use of it that I see is the video conferencing applications or your Skype, the Microsoft Link 2013 Android application, Uvu, a lot of different platforms within that, so that you can use one phone for your SIP account. You might communicate with somebody through Skype. Another great thing about that is, because it's open Android, is that businesses can design their own applications for it. It's an Android app that could run on any other Android device as well. For example, we have people that sell into hotels who have literally created apps for the touchscreen of the phone that you can check in, check out, check the news, order room service. So just the whole, I guess the way that I pitch it, it's a 3-in-1 device. The Android functionality basically is an Android tablet, an IP phone, and a video conferencing system all combined into one device.
But it's not necessarily so that I could sit there and play Candy Crush on my desktop.
I mean, you could, but that's not why we're building it. We do offer the ability to lock down access to the Google Play Store, which a lot of people ask for as well.
It sounds like the ability to develop custom apps for it, however, could really be a benefit in vertical markets.
Absolutely, and so I've met with people at this show who are looking at it as they've developed their own Android platform for tracking hospitality patients or what have you, that they can now take this phone and run that same app right there on the phone, and also have a full IP phone built into it as well.
What are you looking forward to in 2015? Anything exciting on the horizon?
We have some very exciting stuff coming up on the horizon. For those people that are here at ITEXPO, you can come to our booth 800 and see some new stuff, some new markets, some new industries that we're going to get into next year, a whole new product category that we're going to get into. There's some exciting stuff going on. I'm very excited for the next year.
Excellent. Great to hear. Look forward to catching up again and seeing how some of those initiatives go. Phil, thanks for being on the show with us.
Thanks for having me.